Hello. Testicles aren't working. Hello there. How are we? A wee minute because I'm getting this buffering again. Right, refresh. Hello people. I know I could see there was some people there, but I'm buffering, so just give me a wee minute. Still fucking buffering. Oh well, fuck it. How are we all? Just thought I would come on and give a wee bit of trauma support for all the coronavirus victims. See what people are thinking about what's going on. It's pretty ridiculous, is it not? No. And first and foremost, for anybody that's coming across this flat earth titles and whatever else, the globe is nonsense. There's various reasons for why it's nonsense. Number one is that it's no scientific under the terms of proper science, that being demonstration, measurement of substance, quantification of actual substance. The globe is a navigation tool extrapolated upon and given weight by images on your TV screen. It is not a real tangible object. It's an absurdity and it's an insult to real exploration of the physical world. Physics is a total and utter lunacy. Okay? Standing bodies of water don't bend, ruin the exterior of objects and shapes, regardless of how many mantric religious phrases you want to invoke of gravity and this, that and the other. Okay? We cannot be existing in a medium that's a vacuum adjacent to our pressurised gaseous environment, because physics will demonstrate to you that is again another absurdity. Reality is treated as a level plane, always has been, always will be. The only place the globe exists is in your mind, supported and influenced by what you see on your TV screen, backed by sophistry, complicated language given to you as a child growing up and into adulthood. Okay? There is no claim here to know the full dimensions of the earth. It requires exploration. That means that we need as many people as possible awake and looking at this question to see what we can find. So many assumptions being made. You know, you were born into a cult, and that cult has professed to you that it understands the universe, how it came to be, how you came to be, where you came from and where you're going. Everything's sewed up, so you just need to sit tight and try and be an individual and come up with some useless piece of tat that you can sell to other people and get yourself as much material possessions as you can, and then you will be a success. That's deliberate. This whole system is, operating as a mechanism for guiding you psychologically, emotionally, and also to restrict you in both those places and to restrict you physically. There are restraints on your physical movement of where you can go, what you can access, and for good reason, because something's being kept. Okay, so if you ever want to have a discussion with me about it, by all means, I'm open for that discussion. I'm not interested in fanatical religious zealots that I've experienced for over 5 years now, coming at me with the same old tired rhetorical gibberish about magical entities and, imaginary curves on the earth and imaginary curving bodies of water and all this crap. I'm not interested in it. If you're somebody with integrity and intellectual honesty, I will always have that discussion with you. This is not a debate. It's singular. Objective reality is not an idea to be won and lost by rhetorical devices. Okay? You make a claim about reality and the substances therein, then you demonstrate it. It's very simple. You tell me a standing body of water bends, but you have no demonstration other than plain on visible optical phenomena, you're a bit of a charlatan. And probably trying to look for some sort of biased confirmation to reaffirm your assumed, religious bias that you have, that being that you think you're on the exterior of an absurdity. So, anyhow, I'm here this evening to offer up support. The world's in trauma because there's an invisible entity. Let me see if I can find that actually, I forgot about that.
If free people could live secure in the knowledge, not rest upon the retaliation to deter a Soviet attack, could intercept and or that of our allies, it may not be accomplished. I call upon the scientific great talents now to give us.
Hang on a wee minute. Oh, I can't find it.
In our obsession with antagonisms of all the members of need some outside universal members of humanity. We often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our peoples than war and the threat of war?
That's right, Sam. Just wanted to show that because a lot of the rhetoric that's going about just now sounds a lot similar to that. And also I've heard, somebody sent me it, but I've heard it a couple of times now. In fact, 3 times I've heard it, talking about coronavirus and how they're going to flatten the curve and all this stuff. Very interesting. How are you going to flatten the curve of something invisible and imaginary? Yeah. What happened? I mean, this is the thing, people keep forgetting. What's going on here? Not any better. I mean, they started out with this thing as it's not a threat to everybody. It's only the elderly and people with, that are vulnerable, respiratory diseases and whatever else. Now all of a sudden it's every fucker. And they've just got everybody fucking dancing to their tune. I mean, here in the UK, they're on the UK TV trying to tell people to only be 2 metres apart. It started off at 1.5 metres. I think they change it just so that it seems as if, we've been working stuff out and we've come up with this figure so that it gives some sort of validity to the bullshit they talk. It's now 2 metres, 6 feet, you've got to remain 6 feet apart while you get fucking coppers and traffic wardens all walking about side by side. I mean, where did they get this shit? All these morons with fucking masks and stay 2 metres away from me walking about the fucking streets. critical thinking, free, independent peoples. It's fucking wonderful. Yeah. Loads of aspects to this. Right now they're just exercising their ability and obviously the response of people to see what's happening, because it's just ladled with contradiction after contradiction. We'll shut schools, we'll shut this, that and the other, but business can stay open, restaurants and traffic wardens and police, and you can still go to work if necessary, and now we're getting, we're scared the economy's going to collapse, so maybe you should go to work. It's fucked anyway. I mean, to me, this is just going to continue because it has to collapse. Especially if they're going to want to ever have the cashless society. You need that transition period. So what better way to crash it and disguise where all the money has went and to take everybody's focus away from the other aspects of corruption by uniting us all with this trauma of a common enemy. It's going to kill gazillions of us. Everybody's just walking about like, whatever. Are the hospitals really that busy? I don't know, I've not checked. I highly doubt it. I don't see people running to the hospital for sniffles. Because again, we're talking about announcing it as not a threat to 90% of the population. Only to the vulnerable, which is the same any other time anyway. Now all of a sudden it's everybody. So there's various aspects to this, but right now, as I say, they're exercising their muscle to see how far they can push people. And the majority of the fucking morons are quite happy to play along on TV. Well, yes, I wear gloves and I wear a mask. Like, I want a gold badge from my government because I'm a good child. Look, I'm behaving. Remember the fucking arse lickers in school? Remember the types of people? Suck-ups. People that get right in my fucking goat. Seen other footage as well of, other places, people having their legs swept away from them, people being shot with pepper spray or whatever it is they're fucking using. That's what's going to start happening. And I heard, the biggest thing for me was South Africa. I was asking those questions at the weekend about some of these places. Now, apparently in South Africa there is no cases, there's no deaths. But on Thursday evening, they're going to announce lockdown of the South African people. Now, for some of us here, it's kind of okay because you have your own space, you have a bit of space. In these places where the poverty is rife, you've got so many people crammed into small holdings, and they're going to try and lock these people down when they have nothing. And it's hot weather, all crammed into wee spaces. What do you think's going to happen there? So, that's spare a thought for some of these people, because if that's the case and they try and implement that, then I can see all hell breaking loose in areas like that. People here are too privileged. People here have got it too easy. They're too apathetic and fucking lazy. But hey ho. We're just going to need to wait and see what happens. But for me, there is definitely more in the pipeline. But I don't know how far they're going to try and exercise this regime of trying to dictate to people how far apart they should remain and where they can and can't go. Right? It's a fucking joke, is what it is. That as well, she get helicopters. Aye. Confined with abusers. It's not going to work very well, is it? Well, that's the kind of attitude that they're trying to get. You're a witch. You're a bad one because you don't wear a mask. How dare you go a walk with your dog? Hang on a minute. It was introduced to us as the sniffles. Very minor, if anything, for the majority. All of a sudden now we're in total lockdown, while the very vulnerable people are already demanded to remain indoors for 3 months. So if they're all locked up for 3 months and it's not going to affect the rest of us, what's going on? Yeah. And as I say, for me, this has got fuck all to do with imaginary viruses. They're exerting their muscle to see how far they can fucking push this. And having us all isolated and locked in for whatever else is coming. As I say, you stop the world for one day, how are you going to deal with the backlog of that? Now we're talking about weeks and months. The economies are never going to be repaired. You're not just going to go back to normal. I said the other night, the old system has to crash and burn before you can implement the new one. So, for me, you know, the globe is under threat. And all this dancing and desperation is because of that, and to disguise the other aspects of their fucking corruption. But people clamber for it. People are still missing the point. Why do people as individuals ever feel the necessity to have somebody else making decisions over their life, giving somebody else the authority? You get that Bob Johnson clown sitting there trying to be all stern like a father figure. Yes, and we must do this and we must do that. Fuck off, you fucking wee dweeb. Shut the fuck up, you clown. You fucking dipshits should never be running anything. This is the lack of intelligence of people that pisses me right off. That they still lend their attention to dipshits like that. Little fucking rich snips fucking born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Do not give a fucking rat's ass about any of ye. None of ye. All they do is fulfill a fucking position. It's a role. They step into the fucking role, they step back out of the role, and do not give a fuck. Only reason they're there is to maintain the dominance that they have over people, because people keep lending their attention to them and obeying every fucking command. Soon as you give your authority to any other individual, it's fucking game over. You are weak. Useless. How the fuck can another grown adult try and tell me, another grown adult, what I can and can't do? Bad enough when you're a fucking child. Now you're an adult, you're going to listen to other adults telling you what you can and can't do, all under this guise of moral superiority because they're trying to do the good. And they're rallying people in the NHS and applauding them and all that so that they've got more real people on their fucking bandwagon. Utter fucking retards. All this does is expose how retarded people actually are. It's bad enough that they believe they're hairless idiots flying about on an absurd space testicle. But these absurd idiots take orders from other, more retarded, absurd idiots. And run about professing they're at the cutting edge of civilization. I don't give a fuck what their plans are. Don't give a fuck about any of that. Do you know what I give a fuck about? The psychology of each individual and what the fuck is wrong with them. Because that's where the problem lies. No trying to figure out what these fucking idiots are up to. Because they would never get away with anything if people were operating with a functioning fucking brain. That's my fucking tits right in. I turn the TV on to just read between the lines of these fucking cretins, and I seen these people trying to be all stern and authoritarian, while at the same time, you know, trying to profess to have got your best interests at heart. And now you're giving police unlimited fucking power. A free-for-all. They've got the right to just stop you and detain you if they suspect you of having the sniffles. Very fucking good. And indefinitely. No, oh, it's only going to last for this amount of time. None of that's been stated. I'm hanging my head in a shed, aye. 9:34. Come in and speak to me and I'll show you how Neddy I am, you fucking tit. Because you've no got the intelligence to deal with me at all. Because I'll see right through you and rip the pish right out of you. What are you, faceless gimp? Sitting on your mammy's dildo, never even washed it. You clatty little skank. I can be an Ed, I can be an intellect, I can be whatever the fuck you like. Do you know why? Because I can use the full spectrum. I'm not stuck in one wee niche, reaffirming to myself, this is who I am, this is who I am, I have this pseudo-identity. You fucking gimpy fuck. I can be gutter talk, or I can be intelligent talk, whatever you like. I'll always be one step ahead of fucking idiots like you. Always. Hello, peoples. Individual perspective. Shills v shills. He's still talking about fucking trannies and all that, aye, probably. Bev Pippard, Eye Level Awakening. Matthew C4. Mr. Teddy Bear. Tracy Storia. Gideon Sick. Gravy Bear, World Without Curve Pandemonium, Tongat Alley, oh, Arwin, Even Hill, Chris F.E. Jackson, Paul E., Freedom Awaits, hello, Magumba, how's it going? So, how are we all feeling about what's going on? Do you want to have a chat with me about it? Hello Anne, my pregnant daughter Pam was verbally abused and swore at today by a man at her salon because of this. Check out her Whiplash Glasgow Facebook page for details and screenshots. Unacceptable. Exactly. This is exactly what I'm saying. You know? Now you get these fucking self-righteous fucking glory hunters want to chastise everybody else because they'll no toe the line with fucking propaganda. Imaginary invisible entities. Even if there was, what happens every year when people get the flu or chicken pox or any of these things? They don't give a fuck. Now we're on fucking pandemonium because of the sniffles. It's a fucking absolute joke. And this is it, you know, it knows no bounds, attacking a pregnant woman because she'll no, you know, follow the suit with the propaganda. This is what I spoke about as well. They're trying to come off as the heroes. Now they're wheeling in all the NHS staff so that it looks as if they've got the support of them. You know, so the government's good guys all of a sudden, giving you money and be the good guys, we're here to save you from the sniffles. So what's going to happen after all this? Huh? You're not going to be allowed to talk about anything. What would I do? If I could, I would find the door and I would get the fuck right out of here and leave all the scummy, vagrant cunts to battle it out between them. Because I've got no interest in this shithole. That's what I would do. Good on you, that's it. Homeschooling, that's one of the benefits of this. The amount of people you hear saying, I can't be fucking bothered with my kids. Oh, they're doing my fucking nutting. Oh, I wish they were at school. Amazing. You know what I mean? Having children that you can't be fucking arsed with, that you want to pack off and send to the government indoctrination centres. Great. Did anybody see the wee Madonna clip? Somebody sent me that as well. Madonna sitting in a bath, talking about how coronavirus is the equaliser. Doesn't care about how much money you've got and blah blah. And then at the end she says, if the ship's going down, we're all going down together. Wonder what she's talking about. You get a stutter, Flex? You must have a stutter, son. This is Globe Cult again. All they can do is spam the chat box. Bye. Spaz. I got a text as well, David Anderson. Very caring. Very caring. Fuck off, government. I don't need to be told how to live my life. Get yourself hunted. You don't have my consent. Fuck right off. That's the attitude people should have. Who the fuck are you, cunt? What gives you any fucking right to claim ownership or dominance over me or anybody else? I'll tell you where. Nowhere. You grasped it out of fucking thin air. The only thing you've got is my consent, which I do not fucking give. Good on him, Gravy Bear. Tell if your kids get ill, where would you take them? The same place I always fucking take them when they get the sniffles or no well. On the couch. Until they recover. Which they recover every single bastard time. Where do you take yours to get wee potions from strangers that you know fuck all about? You don't know what's in the potions or any of that because you're a responsible, caring, loving adult, aren't you? You fucking idiot. Very ill, Dale, very ill. Very ill. They've been very ill. They've been very ill. They've had natural remedies. Alternative remedies. And they're fucking fine. So, what's your point? Hospitals and these people are supposed to be fucking mechanics. Which means, see when a component breaks, they fix it. You don't bring your car into the garage with some mechanical fault and I start going, oh, hocus pocus, boiling trouble and all that, mix my potion and inject it in and hope that it fixes it. Are you fucking stupid? Well, they better come and fucking try and force it into me, John. That's what I'm saying. Because that's what they're going to have to do. Force it on me. Which would make them criminals. And breaking common law jurisdiction. So, bring it on. I'll answer whatever way I like, you wee fucking fanny. Don't come here trying to stamp any authority, cunty balls. I will bow to no fucker. No cunt. No moderating my behaviour or my thoughts. You can suck my hairy balls, son. I will always have contempt for your ilk, you cunt. Always. Never break, never go away, spit in your face, fuck you every single time, with venom. You fuckers will break before I will, because my will is stronger than your fucking will. Do you know why? Because I have clarity. You don't have any. People like you are a mess. Confused, bewildered, don't know your arsehole from your earhole. I will always be an example of fuck you cunt. And I make no apologies for it. Never will. So, carry on. So people think they're going to make vaccines mandatory. As I said before, they're going to try and word stuff like that. They can't. It's an assault. It's a violation of common law. Right? Nah, don't know anybody that's got corona pish. Freedom always starts in your head, Gary Lee, exactly. Good on you, Tanya. Everybody's been out. People pander to a hierarchical authority. That's illness. That is a sure sign of mental illness. Does anybody want to join me? Oh, and NASA's 2024 moon nonsense is cancelled as well because can't have the sniffles. Can't have the sniffles in an imaginary reference frame known as a vacuum of space. Can't have that. I see, this is just distracting everybody right now. Yeah. Oh, there's nothing more important than people's health and safety, so therefore coronavirus is the #1 priority. Never mind all our corruption, our lies, our paedophilia and all that stuff. No, 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 no. We're the good guys. We're the good guys. We're saving you. Just reaffirming this story of life's a precious gift, it's so delicate. The goal of life is to live as long as you can because we said so. And we're going to use that fear of no living long to manipulate and influence you until the day you die, which is an inevitability, so I don't know why you're scared of it. No, certainly it's, you know, this would help in that plan, of course, because the economies are going to take a serious fucking pounding. You know, and what's going to be the result of it? Maybe, you know, you can only get credits if you're vaccinated, registered, whatever else. Cash will still be about for a while. Same as, you know, when they change the notes, you can still use those notes for a certain period of time. But they need that transition if they want cashless society. They need something like this, and they need to break the economy, bring it to its knees, so that they can offer up the new way, a new order. Oh no, that's what they're shouting here. If you don't do as we say, we're going to fine ye. Whoa. Can't wait for that conversation. Yes, officer, can I help you? Why are you out of the house? Because I felt like it. Can you get back in the house? No. Is there a problem? Yes, if you don't go back in the house, I'm going to have to arrest you for your own safety. Anyhow, anybody going to join me? For fuck's sake. It's taking forever. Just need to bear with me here, this thing's taking forever to do anything. Wow, I'll come back to it in a minute. It's taking its time loading, and I'm just getting a buffering here on the screen. I don't even know if that's happening for other people. It's just constant here at my end. Nothing's loading. See, it just keeps reaffirming to people that they're a delicate wee snowflake, that they need a fucking daddy overlord to save them and protect them and tell them how to live their life. It's a fucking sad, sad state of affairs. And obviously I've spoken about it here since the beginning. This all comes down to the individual and how they function, the workings, their internal workings of their mind, and how it's connected to their emotions, and how they're, you know, playing their own games with themselves, moderating themselves, and conforming to external influence. It's a fucking joke. People talk about cults. This is the biggest fucking cult ever. The cult of victimhood. I'm a poor victim. I'm a poor victim of the big bad world and I need saved. Aye, the Dell Corporation. Why do you keep spamming that, you fucking retard? Whatever. Bye. More globe cult fanaticism. Nothing to offer. Why is that not going away? Am I even online? I don't even fucking know. Everything's just spinny fucking discs. Am I here? Right, that's moving. That's another thing, they're going to come and round us up once they've got the police with these powers Am I going to be rounded up? Oh no! I'm here, aye. Good. Good. Right, fuck all's loading here. Come on. I'm trying to open up the Google Hangouts so that I can offer up the opportunity for you to join me, but it's just no playing ball. Excuse the pun. People going on about me being pissed off all the time. Is it any wonder the levels of stupidity that you've got to put up with on a daily basis? Yeah, this is just not fucking loading. Look, can you see that? Just this wee fucking thing constantly going round and no loading up. And now YouTube's doing it. Everything's froze. For anybody that can still hear me, if you can still hear me, the whole lot's just frozen here and I'm getting spinny fucking buffering constantly. There's not even any point in me saying anything right now because I'm totally fucking blind. Oh, something's happening. So anyway, I don't know if you can hear me, you know, but what's going to happen with these fucking idiots with power? You know, police are going to be given these pretty much unlimited powers. Now you've got fucking imbeciles with serious attitude problems and ego issues running about thinking they're superheroes now because they've been given the green light to act like they're superheroes and they're going to assault you for your best interests. Assault and abuse you to keep you safe. That's the gibberish. That's the undertones of what's coming out of these fucking idiots. So it's a worrying sign for anybody who has a slightly functioning brain to hear that kind of stuff. Come on, fucking load up. What is happening here? Oh, I've got something back. Is the chat box moving? Nope. Still frozen. Oh, it moved. No, that's right. I don't know if you can hear me, P900 Cool Pics, but I spoke to somebody that's high up in the police force. I spoke to him about 6 years ago because I knew about the plan and spoke to him about preparations for a situation like this. And he get quite uncomfortable about it because he's quite high up. But I've had nods ever since then in regards to that's what was happening. So, and the traffic wardens obviously, you know, it was known that they would have that extra power, you know. It's not fine for me, nothing's working. Google's no loading up. YouTube's no loading up. The chat box is moving randomly. If this doesn't work, I'm just going to end this, I think, and I'll delete this and maybe try again tomorrow. Oh. Getting somewhere. Harry Growler. Cheers, Harry, for that, mate. Hope you're well. Right, I've got this up now. Who's this? Chris. You'll pop in for a quick chat. Right, hang on. If this works. Chris F.E. Jackson, I can see that you've asked for that. I'm waiting on this loading up here. It's taking forever. So you just need to bear with me to see if it comes on. Chat box, YouTube's still frozen. All this does is just fuck up your flow. That's still loading. Oh. It's funny because I never had any issues like this before I went live. Any video or anything I clicked, it just went automatically and played. Right, let's see what happens here. Chris F.E. Jackson. People begging to be imprisoned, they're fucking right there. I see everybody loves to be a victim. Because if you're a victim, you can shirk all responsibility and fall into apathy, laziness, and leave it all up to the hands of others to make all the decisions, and you just need to follow like a good little sheep.
Hi there.
Chris, how you doing?
You can hear me okay, yeah?
I can hear you, mate. You're a bit stuttery, but I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, you're breaking up a bit too, Dale.
It looks as if this is going to be an impossibility, to be honest with you, mate. Hear me?
I don't know how it's coming across in the chat in the watch page.
No, I don't know either. I can make out what you're saying, but it's just constantly. I'm getting spammers as well here. What is going on? Can you hear me, Chris?
Yes, but I can't. I've shut everything I don't need on, off. And if I've got the video set to, well, the audio set to just standard.
Yeah, I think it's my end, mate, to be honest with you. You there?
Yes, okay, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe you want to tempt you into pressing F5 or Control F5, something like that. Maybe restart the browser. And if you drop out, you can just everybody still stay in the chat room. Then you just come back on again.
Right, give me 2
within
seconds.
5 minutes.
I'm just going to try that. Okay, mate, 2 seconds. If you just stay on that hangout,
Okay.
that should.
Yeah, I will.
Be
Yeah.
on. Right, hang on. Seems to be a bit quicker. No. Nah, it's just fucking buffering again. I can't be fucking bothered with this shit. Right, I'm just going to call it a night on this, the new people, because it's just taking my tits right in. I'm just going to delete this one. I'll probably come back on tomorrow. We'll try again. Oh, hold on now. Wait a minute, what's happening here? Chris, did you drop out of that? You hear me? Saying you're here. Hello? Chris?
Hello, Dale. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, mate. I can hear you.
Yeah. I think FPV in the chat said that my level was quite low.
Yeah. I can hear you fine. It's just this stuttering here at my end.
Okay.
Anyhow, let's just try and go on with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got my settings and properties for sound open, and it looks a little bit low on the chart, but it. Okay. Okay. So for me, Dale, obviously I've been sitting on the side. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Damn it. Hello.
This isn't good.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I'm here.
Hello. Dale, you frozen, I think.
Aye, fuck. Right, fuck it. I can't be fucking bothered. Chris, sorry about that, mate. I'll just need to try again tomorrow. Cheers, people.